This ain't got the heart. This ain't got the soul. This ain't got anything that George Lucas could have put into Star Wars. And this is a massive insult to him, the fans, and real Star Wars canon. G'day guys and welcome to Raging Rhino. It's time for episode 8 of Andor. Now where we left off in the last episode is of course Andor being arrested for no reason whatsoever. Cyril is no longer eating cereal, he's finally got a job. And of course Mon Mothma is trying to get hold of her money, and the credits that they ended up stealing from the Imperial base have already been distributed amongst who knows who. So there's a lot of plot threads that haven't really tied up or anything like that, and it really does feel like they're dropping off on those plot threads as well. But if you've been watching my reviews, you will know that I think that this is a very, very boring show. It's very slow, and there's not a lot really to hold on to a lot of the audience in regards to what is actually going on or piquing their interest in any particular story thread. So this episode is 57 minutes long. I think this is the longest episode out of all of them. And of course, it's probably only going to go for about 48 minutes, something like that, because of all the credits. But if you are new here, as per usual, I'll go through the episode. You'll get to see some of my reactions, and then you'll get my thoughts and my review at the very end of the episode. So let's get straight into this. Oh, that's right. She gets, rewarded for breaking the rules.
6 years.
6 years.
So stupid. Oh, and the other point too is like, where's Bail Organa? And it doesn't seem that Mon Mothma or Bail really have anything to do with the introduction of creating the rebellion. What do you do now? So all these credits are being left on this planet. The 200,000 credits that he made? I don't know. They're still above the shower? Oh, we're already in the choppiness of the editing.
To fill some gaps.
We're going to talk to our teeth again.
I wasn't counting this morning.
Whoa, he's been there less than a month. So he's been there like 3 weeks or something like that. And this is the thing with this show, is that it's all over the place in regards to its timeline. So he gets the job the same time that Andor leaves Ferrix, leaves his mother. And again, we get these time jumps that are just really not set in stone. And then we get these horrible edits throughout. Shit as. Now, people were saying that this is going to give Cassian a chance to read the book that the kid gave him in that previous mission. Like, he's got nothing with him. I don't know if the book was in that little case that he put above the shower. All his credits, I think, were in there. I don't know about that. We don't really know too much, honestly, of what has actually happened to what has happened in previous episodes. We just keep jumping forward with no real connection. And I'm curious to see if this book that the kid gave him is going to magically appear in his hand in his prison cell. We'll see.
Drill down is exactly what I want to do, sir.
Drill down is exactly what I want to do, sir. Oh my god, it's annoying. Do you like the subliminal messaging of all the prisoners being like people of color and stuff like that? And all the guards are all just white dudes?
I didn't deserve what happened.
Why does she look like that? Go and eat some more cereal. All of this for going to the shop.
Manager.
It's
49
Smeagol.
room are tables in this room. I play against all the other rooms.
So it's a game.
Call it what you will.
What am I watching?
Is there anything we can do?
Oh my lord. Her daughter's gonna want to bail again.
We've met.
So Mon Mothma's still struggling to get credits. And it seems like it's getting worse for her. He looks terrified. I mean, he's been locked up for no reason.
Yes, we agree. Too easily provoked, yes. Overreacting.
Man, the editing. Wow. We are all over the place again. Oh, that alien chick was pretty sad standing here all alone. All by her lonesome. Look, she's talking to no one. She's just standing there. Oh, and then she puts her head down because she's all sad. Sad little thing. Being in the corner by herself.
The old ways of
So Mon Mothma was married when she was 15. Is that legit? Cut. The music is so horrible as well. Andor's gonna make the difference. And they're gonna win. They're gonna win their little prison game. Whoa. Back to Ferrix. The rebels aren't even formed though yet, are they? I don't get this show.
What about the...
Oh, Val's on Ferrix now.
Where did you go?
Oh, and her girlfriend's there. How? Oh my god. This show is so convoluted. The last time we saw her, she was still on the planet that the base was on. The Imperial base that they stole the credits from. The last time we saw Val, she just happened to jump from where the Doctor is to Coruscant, now to here. And yet, there's other plot threads that seem to... It feels like it's day to day, but yet we're going week to week, month to month. It's just jumping all over the place. Oh my god. This show is so poorly put together. Incompetence from the writers, from the editors. This is so bad. Oh, poor little thing. She wants to get her scissor on. Just go and have a quickie real quick and then leave, Val.
You love me because I show you what you need to see.
Blech.
Leia?
Is her name Leia? They named her Leia.
Been hiding.
Or is it Clea? Can you just flick the switches back on? Oh. Didn't get to get your double-ended dildo out. Poor things. He fried himself. Suicide in prison. Oh my god, it seems to just jump all over the place. They intercepted her transmission.
What's going on?
But did he dob her in? Oh my god, the Empire! Oh, this is so annoying! Get her! Oh, look who it is. Sol Gerrera. This is going to be the end of the episode. Yep. Honestly, I don't really know what to say. The editing is really bad. The time that takes place over certain plot points, as I mentioned when I paused it earlier, jumps all over the place. Let's go through a little bit of it, shall we? So Cyril gets investigated for his stuff on what he basically did on Ferrix. We keep chopping and changing between Andor being in prison and then going back to the ISB, going back to the prison, going back to the ISB. It's really choppy through that. And I understand what it's trying to do, but it really needs to just stick with a certain part of the story. At least fulfill that. Like, show us this entire scene and everything that goes on with the ISB. Like, actually have connecting plot points through it. And if you want to put in the time jumps, then it makes it easier to be able to do that. You're all over the place. So obviously it keeps chopping and changing. We get introduced to this prison that the guards are wearing the boots because, you know, they've got this thing that can make them, you know, all the prisoners basically like go under some sort of stress because they're barefooted. the prison is played like a game. So like this section of the prison plays against the other sections of the prison. Each table plays between each table, and the best table gets better food and the worst table gets worse food and gets shocked and all of this kind of garbage. It is really, really, really bad. The music throughout this episode isn't Star Wars at all in any stretch of the imagination. Of course, we get Smeagol in this episode, and he's the leader of this part of the prison, Andor's part of the prison. And he seems to be a bit of a prick, even though he's a prisoner himself. And it's all, again, about the game of constructing these things, whatever they are that they're constructing, quick and efficient and all of that sort of thing. That's pretty much the whole thing with the prison. Then it cuts to Mon Mothma in between all of that, like, and again, jumping all over the place. You get a little bit of Mon Mothma at this party, this fundraiser that she's doing, and then it cuts back to Andor, and then it cuts back to the thing, and then it cuts back to Andor, and like you get these sections, and again, you don't know how much time's going by because, you know, this is a 12-hour shift that he's just observed. Now he's being shown his quarters, and Mon Mothma has just walked from one end of the room to the other. But yet we keep jumping from scene to scene. All over the place. He basically gets his thing. And then again, see, lights out, you know, and then we're back to Mon Mothma at the dinner party. Back to Cassian. They show them in a shower, half naked. They then go to them building the things that they're building again. Then it cuts to Ferrix. And again, massive time jump in regards to this because Biggs and the other guy that helped Andor in that earlier episode, the dude here, he and this guy, he and Biggs are obviously having a conversation, but then it cuts to Val, who's spying on them. And again, the last time we saw Val, she was on Coruscant. The credits have already been moved. I don't understand what's going on with Luthen either with these credits. What happened to the 80 million credits they stole? What happened to the 80 million credits they stole? Why can't he give some to Mon Mothma? Why can't he give some to Sol Gerrera at the end there? This scene is there so that we can get another time jump in regards to her girlfriend being there, and unfortunately they can't stay on this planet together and scissor all night long because it'd be too sus for some reason, even though there are people living on this planet. That to me is just another convoluted thing to separate these two so she can essentially spy on Biggs and the mother to wait for Cassian to show up and for her to go off and then be separated. And they have their, oh, you love me, but, you know, we can't stick together, or I don't know. This was all about death. I don't know what this whole thing was about. Let's hold hands for a little bit, just to have our lesbian scene. Awesome. Then it cuts to Biggs wanting to contact Luthen. So she tries to contact Luthen, and then Leia, or this chick here, Clea, I don't know what her name is, but she tells Luthen to shut it down. Like, why? Can't he just turn it back on again? So she turns off all the thing because Luthen's slipping, or that's what she tells him. And the way Luthen responds to this is she's contacting us to see if we know where Andor is. And his response is maybe she knows more about where Andor is than we do. And her response is maybe it's the Imperials setting a trap for us. So all over the place, and the logic of these people and what they're saying, and what doesn't that make any sense whatsoever. She gets all pissed off, they separate, she's spying, then it cuts to Luthen leaving, this guy commits suicide and fries himself to death because he's had enough, and then it cuts to the Imperials arresting the guy that let her send the message to Luthen. And the ISB chick is on this planet. But before we see that, of course, we cut to the Sol Gerrera stuff, which again, I don't really understand. He wants Sol to team up with somebody, and he's willing to give him all these parts if he just meets him. And Sol says, good luck with that. I work solo. I don't work in partnership with anyone. He wants to bring this rebellion together that really consists of, I don't know, Val? Because everybody else on that team is dead. And then Sol Gerrera. Where is Bail Organa throughout all of this? Mon Mothma can't get any money. You've got 80 million credits you just stole. I don't get it. Now, if you SEALs out there want to say that I'm stupid because I don't get it, well then, don't just say that I'm stupid. Fucking explain it to me. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what this conversation really meant, to be honest with you. Who is it that he wants him to meet? And of course, this guy asked, do you want me to take him out of here? And she goes, no, I want her to see him, right? And then when she comes in, he's like, what are you doing? Get him out of here. I told you to get him out of here. Of course, you know, implying that she's like the Imperial chick is an evil bitch, which she, again, the facial expression of this chick, talking through her teeth all the time. I don't really know what you want from me. Oh my God. Sucking in her cheeks like a... Oh, such a fucking snobby bitch. And she offers her a seat, and then we cut to Andor, who's being very productive in his slave little game camp. And at the end of the episode. That is Star Wars. That's Star Wars. I can guarantee you, the SEALs out there are going to be sucking the Disney cock over seeing fucking Sol Gerrera. That's going to be the talking point of the episode. Nobody's going to be talking about how all over the place this episode was. How the timeline doesn't really make much sense. How much time has gone by since the beginning of this series? Episode 1 to now. And think about what the ISB is doing in that time period. The investigations and all of this kind of stuff. They're unloading at Ferrix. We see them, looks like they're unloading when, you know, we visit Andor's mum. They're still unloading in the hotel. While Val and her fucking scissoring lesbian girlfriend can't scissor. Boo-hoo! You love me, but we can't stay together. Oh, and Cyril basically starts provoking the ISB chick to basically try and get a job at the ISB, maybe? What the fuck is this shit? Again, the music doesn't sound like Star Wars. The story is so, again, convoluted and all over the place. The editing is all over the place. We literally go from Andor being in the prison cell, being all scared and shit, to Mon Mothma literally having a sip of her drink and saying a couple of words to somebody, and then we cut back to Andor in the prison cell, not working anymore, but like now in his prison cell. It's all over the shop. I don't even know. This is... it's just... I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's not like I don't understand what they're trying to do. I don't get why people think this is so good. How the storytelling in this is really good and really captivating. I don't get that. That's what I don't get. Why can't Mon Mothma get her credits? The guy explains that it's because Imperials are taking over the banks or something. She talks about having 400,000 credits or something like this of her own money that's already being distributed. Again, I'd like to ask, what happened to the 80 million credits they fucking had from the heist? Cassian doesn't give a fuck about finding her sister, which was the whole reason why he got into this mess in the first fucking place. Because he killed 2 guards that came after him while he was looking for his sister. And the one thing that he had to sell, they found. Convenient, isn't it? And that one thing, apparently, it's all leading to Andor. This Imperial chick thinks that it's a more planned thing, but the only person that she's got to find is Andor. Why? They talked about Luthen under some code name. And that's obviously who they're trying to find. Where is Bail Organa in regards to building the rebellion? What the fuck is Mon Mothma doing? She's just trying to raise money? For what? We don't even necessarily know for what. It's obviously for the rebellion. But what rebellion? Mon Mothma got pissed off when she found out Luthen was involved in the heist. The rebellion heist. She got pissed. And once again, where's the 80 million credits, Luthen? What a garbage show. Garbage. Fucking trash. Boring as bullshit. Not Star Wars at all. Disney Star Wars isn't Star Wars and will never be Star Wars. Star Wars in name only. Star Wars in outfits only. This ain't got the heart. This ain't got the soul. This ain't got anything that George Lucas could have put into Star Wars. And this is a massive insult to him, the fans, and real Star Wars canon. That's it. That's all I've got. Let me know what you guys think of this bullshit TV show in the comments below. All you seals out there, don't just tell me I'm a fucking idiot and that I don't get it, because I get it. It's just fucking stupid. But explain to me why this is so good to you. Explain to me why this fucking series gets a better score on IMDb than Empire Strikes Back. Explain that to me. Fucking hell. Let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, on the same day that this episode comes out, we've got Tales of the Jedi, which I'll be watching tomorrow. I'll be putting out 2 videos for episodes 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, 5, and 6. And that's probably just going to be another convoluted piece of garbage that ruins characters like Count Dooku, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and who knows who else. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you later.